Hey, my name is Antoine and I'm all about helping you create amazing and engaging guitar looping music. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons and surprising benefits on why you should try guitar looping, and make sure to stay until the end for my bonus tip on how to make money from your guitar looping skills. So let's dive in. Number 1, to vastly improve your selective listening skills, which in turn is going to help you pick up songs by ear much accurately and much faster. So people have a hard time usually picking up songs by ear because they have never worked on selective listening, which means the ability to isolate different instruments and different parts in your head to listen only to that, even if other things are playing besides it, to be able to pick up what it is. And when you are looping, you do that by design. You hear, whether you listen to looping songs or you create them yourself, you get all of the different building blocks of a song gradually, one at a time. So you can really focus to listen on each one of them, because when one is added on top, you notice the changes and your brain directly goes to listen to that thing. When you listen to a full song that is fully arranged, you probably have a dozen instruments at the same time. So the brain grasps what is easier to grasp, like the lyrics, the main vocals, the melody, and that's why people have a hard time to decipher chord progressions or keyboard parts that glue everything together, because they are kind of buried in the mix and they're hard to focus on. But if they're introduced one at a time in a looping format, then you can really focus on those. And when you do looping on the regular, you get better at isolating those parts and understanding the roles of chord progressions in a song and the roles of the glue, the little parts that you normally don't hear but that are here to make the song sound full, right? And the more you do that, the better you will be at hearing that in other songs as well, and it's going to improve your own songs. Number 2, to get instant feedback on your playing. When I was teaching private lessons, one of the things that I was insisting the most on was to record my students and to make them record themselves when they were practicing at home. Most of them didn't understand at first why I was insisting so much on that. It's because so many people are so concentrated on what they do with their hands that they don't even listen to themselves. So if you don't listen to yourself, you cannot pick up on all the wrong notes and the imperfections and the timing mistakes that you're doing, so you don't know what you should improve and how. When you are looping, it's a built-in feedback mechanism in real time. What you play is given back to you instantly, and now you're not playing while you're listening to it, so you can really take the time to truly listen. Is the timing great? Is my groove great? Is it shaky a little bit? Did I play wrong notes when I was improvising and such? So now you can isolate a particular thing that you really need to work on, and you know what to work on, and then you can actively work on it. So it's a feedback mechanism which is much faster, which helps you improve much faster. Number 3, work on your hands and feet coordination. So when we first start learning guitar, we work on hand and hand coordination, but when you introduce looping, you have to use your foot as well. So I said feet, but it's more hands and foot coordination. So you need to start feeling the rhythms in your body more, to physically move so that you can really press the foot switch on time with your foot. So it's going to improve your accuracy and coordination. And if ever you want to start learning a different instrument that uses the feet, like drums, but also piano where you have the foot pedals, or organ, or even some bass players are playing their bass and the Taurus pedal, the booming notes with the low frequencies on the ground. There are many ways where you have many instruments where you need to play with your hands and feet at the same time. So by working on that, you can expand later if you want. And in turn, it can also help you listen more, because if you work on your coordination more, you're not going to rely on your eyes every single time to look at the ground for the looper, to look at the fretboard for what you're playing, you're gonna start feeling more instead of looking at things, and it's gonna make you improve as a musician. Same if you need to do some patch changes or change the sounds on your pedals, you will need to look at it less to feel the music more. Number 4, it gives you complete freedom without creative differences. I don't know if you've ever tried to write music with band members, with a band, but it's really hard. You have to compromise your vision so much because so many people have different influences, different tastes, and most of your ideas and vision is gonna be compromised. So when you are sitting alone with your looper, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to please any band member. You don't even need to make your music to please anybody other than yourself. You do you, even if that's weird stuff. No one cares as long as you care and you like what you do and you find it fun. I think that it's liberating to create music with a looper and do exactly what you want with your vision, your taste, exactly the way you want. Number 5, it creates a distraction-free songwriting experience. Most of the times when we're writing songs, the best things that we can do is to eliminate distractions to stay in the flow of songwriting, right? So when I was writing without a looper at first, I was writing in my computer. Let's say I had a chord progression. Instead of playing for 5 minutes in a row, I would play it once or twice, I would stop, then I would trim the track and copy and paste it and crossfade it, and all of that time doing manual tasks instead of playing or listening back to my music, I was out of the flow of creating music. So if I was asking myself, oh, now what kind of melody do I play on top of the chord progression, then I was out of the flow. And being on my computer, I had a lot of distractions. I was one click away, if I was bored, to open a tab, to check notifications. You know, screens are distracting, right? So when you are playing looping music, not only do you have to play it once only, but it's gonna play back and you won't have to trim it or to copy and paste it. It's playing it back to you in real time, and you can ask yourself 3 seconds later, what kind of melody do I? So you never get out of the flow of writing. You never let distractions get you out of it, and it's just like you can create much faster, much freer, and be more prolific. So I've never written more songs than when I started looping. But now you're probably thinking, all of that is great, Antoine, but my problem is not really distractions, is that when I sit down with my guitar and my looper, I'm not finding anything great to even start my song. I'm noodling and I don't find anything that I like to create a song on it, right? So if that's your case, go check out my new PDF guide called 52 Song Prompts for your guitar looping songs. You can get it for free by clicking on the first link in the description box below. So the biggest challenge for many people is the blank page syndrome, right? You're noodling, you don't find anything great, and you cannot build a song because you don't have anything to start it with. So in this PDF guide, I'm giving you 52 song prompts, whether they are concepts or techniques to try or chord progressions or anything, to start with something tangible, something precise to work on, and then it's gonna get the ball rolling to finish the rest of your song. And you guessed it, I included 52 of them because you could take one a week for an entire year where you complete one song every single week. So that's a great challenge if you want to go further. Once again, you can get it, first link in the description box, for free. Just click on the link, enter your email, and I'm gonna send it to your inbox. And I did not forget, bonus tip on why you should try guitar looping is to get a strategic advantage if you want to start gigging. If you are gigging alone with your looper, you have a lightweight setup. You can just bring your guitar, your looper, a small amp, and you are alone. So it's much easier to pitch to owners or places where you can play because you can cut your rates in half or more compared to people who have a band with 3 or 4 or 5 people. especially during the times we are in. Many people cannot afford a full band for live music, but if you are alone with your looper, not only can you charge a rate that is much lower, but you get more profits for yourself because you are alone and you don't have to split it between 3 or 4 or 5 people, right? So you're gonna get a strategic advantage for gigging and monetizing your looping skills by just working on a little repertoire of songs, and you just go and you play them with your looper, and it's a great live music experience. If you want to get inspiration for your own guitar looping songs, you can click on this playlist that I just curated for you. It's all of my original guitar looping songs. Nothing better than being inspired by watching someone performing their own songs. So you can click on it, and it's also great to listen in the background if you are working. Great instrumental music. And I'm gonna see you soon. Until next time, keep on looping.